So for the party scene, we were originally going to open up the sequence with like a tracking in from outside into the party itself. And so we thought that this, by slowly doing it, this would kind of build into the party, and it almost will feel like the audience are almost entering the party, and it kind of engages them in. But unfortunately we didn't get to do that because we had a lot of trouble finding a smooth surface in order to get the dolly and the camera moving along that, because it's very bumpy ground. So we obviously didn't do that and had to hold just a handheld camera in order to establish the shot of the house. But I think it still did work because although we didn't really track it along, I think it still kind of established that this was the house, and we still used the dolly later on when I was walking, and one of Kirsten was actually tracking behind me. She was following me along with the camera, and so this kind of felt that again the audience are engaging, and it's almost like as if they are in the moment of the scene, and this is exactly what we wanted to create, because we didn't want them to feel like they are just outsiders. We wanted to engage them as much as possible, and many of the films I've watched, this is how I felt. I felt connected with the film, so I didn't want to feel like the audience are just watching something from an external point of view. They're actually in the, it's like they're in the movie as well. And also I think within the party itself, I think we could have used a lot more lights in order to create this feeling of that there's an actual party going on, which I think this was the only problem we had within the party. I think it was we had trouble finding lights because A, they were really expensive, and it was just quite impossible to bring in all the big lights, and we couldn't even go to like a proper party, like a club, to film them, because we obviously need to be all 18. So we had trouble with getting in the lights, but I still think that we still managed to film it with a few lights. But also the dark atmosphere, we were going to light that up a bit, but then I thought, it kind of created that atmosphere of there being an actual party, which is exactly what we wanted. And also the conversation between me and Ruby, I actually thought that would have been maybe a little bit longer, to just, instead of just saying, oh hello, where are you, and then okay, bye. But because of time issues, we just couldn't do that, because we were already a little bit over. It was supposed to be like 2 minutes something. But yeah, because of time constraints, we would have developed that a bit more, but obviously didn't get the chance. But I think it's also very important to at least have that combo, because we were thinking of just getting rid of it. But I think it's very important to have it, because it just establishes that she's going to be at the party and so is he. So there's a connection between the two characters, and they might meet at the party. So again, it creates that kind of tension, suspense between the two characters.